Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Bank holiday weekend here in the UK, and I just wanted to give you a bit of a hobby update really, things that I've been doing, things I've been painting, games I've been playing. No additional board games at this stage. I've got quite a few reviews and unboxings to complete, particularly games to play, which I want to get onto the table, so they will appear in due course. Those that haven't watched my video on the Ecuadorian Peruvian War, don't forget there's a competition on there to win a free copy of that game courtesy of the team at Snafu. Please watch the video, post your comment and get yourself potentially into the opportunity to win that game. As I say, they've kindly donated a copy, and I'll be happy to give that away to a lucky listener. In terms of hobby, Friday the guys met at the club and I finally was able to get my 6mm Bacchus Anglo-Saxon stroke Norman 1066 forces on the table. I set up a bit of a mock-up, not specifically of Hastings but something similar, and we had a cracking game actually. It went much better than I thought. I was using Neil Thomas's Ancient and Medieval rules, quite an old rule set now, but we've played it a lot over the years, had a lot of fun with it. I just made some slight adaptations in terms of commands just to give some chrome to the game, and it was quite a close run thing. I will post some of the pictures we took of the game at the end of this video, but overall quite a close-knit game. We probably didn't quite finish it, we were pretty close, but in a nutshell, true to form, the Anglo-Saxons didn't want to sit on the top of their ridge and decided that some of the units were going to come out of the shield wall, charge down the hill into the Normans, which was very effective, but what we ended up with then was a fractured Anglo-Saxon line, and as the Norman cavalry started to skirt around the flanks and into the rear, the attritional count on both sides really started to mount. So by the end of the game we had, I think, one Norman unit and one Anglo-Saxon unit actually on the ridge, and all the other fighting was going on down further down in the valley. But just to give you a flavour of that, if you haven't played Neil Thomas's rules, they are a great set of rules, I think, whether you're a newbie or whether you just want to read them as an experienced wargamer. They offer something different. They're a very good, I feel, a good base network for designing your own house rules. But give them a look, they're really good. Not so easy to get. I believe you might be able to get them in print now. They were out of stock for quite a while, but I do believe you can get them again now, so well worth a look. And Neil Thomas has done quite a few other rule sets as well, 1 Hour Wargames to name one, and I believe a few others as well, so well worth a look. In terms of the painting desk, yeah, I'm going to zoom in a moment and show you. Literally just finished my 10mm Italian Wars cavalry, so I've finished a unit of Italian mercenaries and Spanish heavy cavalry. This is for my Spanish Italian Wars little force that I'm putting together. You've already seen some of my Jinettes and my tertios that I've already completed. Now they're done, I'm just left with a little bit of artillery and some Landschaft's stroke Italian mercenaries that I want to paint as additional infantry units. So that's coming together quite nicely. I purchased some 6mm Napoleonics Saxons the other day. They arrived this week. I've pulled them all off their original basing, which was very small, glued them now all onto 40-30s, made them slightly bigger units. Basing's not complete yet, but again I'll give you a flavour of what's happening with those. The Great North War are all based but need to be flocked and finished off properly to get them done, but again you'll get a flavour of what they look at. And the American Civil War travel battle project continues. So you'll be aware I'm working through the Union. I've completed 4 more brigades. I've got 3 in the production line, with 4 more behind that to get completed, and then we're on to the subsidiary. So progress is being made, a bit slow. There's only so many things you can juggle and do at any one time, but let's zoom in and have a closer look at some of the paint projects. So these are my Spanish heavy cavalry. These are Pendragon. You'll see I've used the same flags I used on my other figures. I believe these are flags of war, but lovely flags. Just to sort of zoom those in a little bit so you can see those. Hopefully you can get a flavour of what I've done there. So these are the other ones. Hopefully you can get a flavour of those as well. So quite pleased with those. Cavalry is not really my my forte. We've got some Italian mercenaries, or I've painted them up as Italian mercenaries. They're the same figure types, where I just set them up in a slightly different way and painted them differently. Again, I've sort of done them in a more or less uniform colour scheme. These will be I believe papal Italian mercenaries. I'm not, and don't confess to have huge knowledge of this period. I'm still doing a lot of reading, so I'm sure I will be corrected, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with those. I think again the flags make them pop, and I must say I do really enjoy painting Pendragon figures. I think they're always gorgeous from that point of view. So that's the Spanish. Hope you like those. Just to sort of show you some of the ACW that are taking effect. Again, bases aren't finished on these, but these are just some of the 2mm Union forces that are coming together. So that's going to be Shank's units, and then you've got likewise that's Richardson. So remember, these are all for Bull Run, first Bull Run, 1861. I'm basing all the regiments in each brigade stroke division, and I've researched the colours schemes, colours as closely as I can for each of the units. That's Sherman, to just give them a little bit of differential, otherwise they end up all looking very much the same. This is Keys. So there's 4 of those done, but as you can see, I've still got these ones to do, these ones to do, and then some of the additional extras and bits and pieces, and a few more skirmishes as well. But they're coming along, you know, quite nicely overall. So again, quite pleased with those. Okay, so these are the Saxon Napoleonics, which I did buy off a very well-known auction site. Unfortunately, when they came through, the swords on these chaps were pretty much all missing, but hopefully, you know, for the purposes of playability, they will be okay. Obviously, I need to now I've pulled them off, you can see the small bases that they were on originally, these little squares. I wanted to make them more into columns, because these guys fought in the French manner in the period I'm doing, around 1810, 1811. and these are predominantly light infantry that fought in line or light formations. You've got the additional bits in the middle there for command elements, and then here you've got the line with the grenadier separated battalion that they used to use in that regard as well. And then in this box, it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but these are just all my Great North War poles. They've all now been taken off their old bases and rebased, ready to be flocked. These are the Pancerni, I think you call them, or Pancerni. Your sort of medium, sort of lights. They had bows, but they did have a bit of armour as well. Very effective cavalry. Obviously you've got your winged hussars, you've got some Cossack Tartars, Cossacks, some reiters, sort of pistol armed cavalry, and then over here you've got some Hungarian infantry, little bit of artillery, etc., and some more of the same there, a little command base there which I'm building on. So again, all coming along quite nicely, slowly but nicely. Lots of different things on the go, yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it? But it's just trying to balance doing a bit of painting with doing some playing and getting some of these board games opened, reviewed and played. So many things and never enough time. But I hope you've enjoyed this little hobby update on this bank holiday weekend. Please let me know in the comments things you're up to, hobby related over the weekend, anything good you got planned, projects you're on, etc. Always interested to hear, and look forward to bringing you some more material very soon. Thanks for watching.